But the roads, the facilities, I visited recently to More. So the integrated check post is under construction and it is being done by the Port Land Authority of India, which is under the Home Ministry. So I have ensured that within next 2 years, every state in Northeast must have one integrated check post with a neighboring country. We must have. And there can be smaller border huts all over, which will take care of the small traders. We will do it. I'm committed to that. But I'm encouraged when I see the stakeholders all come together and feel that we need to do much more. Then it emboldens our position. Being in the government, I feel totally helpless if I don't see the situation where people are coming forward. Because government is not here to do business. Government is here only to regulate or frame certain rules and regulations. And the motto of our government is clearly stated even before election. We want maximum governance, minimum government. Why should government involved in the practice of business, all sort of things? We get lots of reports of problems being caused by our security forces. Now, Home Ministry, we don't have the soft picture. Recently, when I was in Manipur, even the Chief Minister was complaining. Our security forces, the Assam Rifle Jawans, they even stopped the ministers in the state government, the deputy commissioners are even not allowed to travel in the night. So they complained to me, the DM also spoke to me, and when my Minister Rajnath Singh and I was there, even the Chief Minister said that, please tell the central military forces, central armed forces, not to harass the local people so much. There is a controversy of Armed Forces Special Powers Act. Now, I told those people, I told all those so-called human rights activists that individual human rights is the ultimate goal of everybody. We must have complete freedom as a citizen of India. But please stop violence. If you continue with the violence, then this Armed Forces Special Powers Act will continue to contain the violence. So it's not one-way traffic. We have to move together. So all the militant organization, I can tell this August House that beyond the official level talks going on, I have even met the separatist leaders, the so-called separatist leaders. They live in jungle, now they are in talks with the government of India in various stages. I meet them, at the same time I tell them, I am meeting you only because I share the heart beating of yours. I also come from same region. But don't take it as a guaranteed position that you are meeting me means you can do anything. The talk will go on at the official level, but as a minister, I am meeting you so that you can feel that this government is not far away from the people of Northeastern region. When the Prime Minister has made me a minister in this very crucial and very sensitive ministry, I feel my responsibility. I try to meet all sections of people from Northeastern region. I tell them, come, meet me, I'll give you time. But remember, by adopting the means of violence, you are not harming Delhi. Whatever you are doing is the greatest disservice to your own region and your community. So, we can't believe in the armed struggle. These days are over. The only way to strive, the only way to move forward is peace, and through peace, development grows. You cannot take away security aspect and imagine that we will grow peacefully as we desire to. I always tell even the governments in the northeastern region, the elected governance, I said, if we have so much of unaccountable activities going on parallel to the government, the largest numbers of militant organizations in the world exist in northeastern part of India. Is it something we should be proud of? That means over the last 68 years, somewhere we have failed to address the issue That is why if we accept that we have failed somewhere, then we will be able to address the issues before our hand. If we don't accept, if we just go about politics all the time, then it will continue to remain so. Prosperity, it doesn't just come like that. I will be extensively going to the Northeast and taking benefit of this kind of very, very crucial gathering. We'll take benefit of the outcome of the summit and will ensure all the stakeholders must come together. I will not take much time. If we talk about the infrastructure, can you imagine states without airport in 21st century? Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Sikkim, no airports. It's very difficult to accept that in 21st century a state not having the airport. It's something I can't digest. But when I leave my office, if I'm no more minister, and if my tenure in our government's time, if we cannot construct airports in each state, it will be a shame for us. I can't remain as a minister, and I can't even claim that I was a minister in the union government. We have to take very, very hard steps. We have to push it. All the stakeholders must come together. I told the Minister Donor 2 days back, have a summit sectoral wise in every part of Northeastern region, summit for power sector. Northeast is known as the powerhouse of India, but Northeast doesn't have power in their house. So have a power sector summit somewhere. Road connectivity, have a transport sector summit somewhere. Tourism sector, have in 8 different places, locations in Northeastern region. We'll definitely move forward. Now with the focus which we are seeing from the Prime Minister, definitely we have the best possible moment with us now. I feel if we cannot do now, it will be too late, because we are already very, very late. Some of the issues which I feel these are responsibility of the Ministry of Home Affairs, I can assure this August House, I'm dealing it closely. We will ensure that all unnecessary obstacles which becomes a hindrance in the developmental process should be removed. And with our friends from Myanmar, the Honorable Minister is here. The Indian Ambassador, Mr. Mukhopadhyay, before he went to Naypyidaw, he met me, he came to my office, he gave me a charter of all the issues which I have noted down closely. I'm going to take it up with the Minister of External Affairs and ensure that why a citizen of Myanmar coming to Northeast needs even visa, which rightly pointed out by Mr. Nag. We don't need restriction, we need facilitation. We must be very prospective in our approach. So I'm very, very clear in my mind that if what Suresh Prabhu had said, if India has to grow, the Northeast also need to grow at same pace, rather at faster pace. And there is all avenues available. We just need determination. With all the inputs in place, all the thinking of friends of Northeast, I can say, all those ladies and gentlemen who are here, those who are from Northeast, those who are from outside, friends of Northeast, and friends of India from the neighboring countries, and our wonderful, the friend from United States. I was really, happy that you feel Northeast is an amazing place, and definitely United States is not out of place. You are welcome again and again in Northeastern region, and you definitely, you are a stakeholder, so you should not feel that you are out of place. Because we have to work together, we have to ensure that this beautiful region of Northeast India must prosper, must progress. And I always fail. I always fail to understand most of our educated northeastern people, they say that we are far away from Delhi. Northeast is far away from Delhi. I think that is not correct. Geographically it may be, but for the development of a region, geographical location or geographical distance doesn't determine the development of a region. Distance is not the yardstick to measure your prospective goal. We may be far from Delhi, but I already stated in other occasion also, country doesn't begin from the capital of the country itself. The country begins from its borders. Delhi is not the center of India. Delhi just happens to be the capital of India. If we look from northeastern part of the world, if we look at from the far east, then India begins from northeast. I said I had been to Hawaii. Is it less developed than any pockets in United States? No. It's same. But it may be 5,000 kilometers from the western coast of United States. But the living standard of Hawaii is same as it is in any of the states in United States. It is not the geographical location. So, we may have 1% of land connected with the mainland India, with 99% of the land boundary with the neighboring countries. But that is never a constraint for me personally. I rather take it as an advantage. The only way is to open up that 99% of our territory with the neighboring countries. That is our potential. That is our advantage. And we are not doing that. We are just scared. We are just too restrictive. We need to be just robust about our system, the governance, the administration. Everything will be all right. So, without thinking as our isolated geographical location as disadvantage, we should celebrate the way we are located. The Southeast Asian country, one of the most vibrant economic region in this globe today. If you see the block, the Southeast Asia begins from Northeast India. So the India's Act East policy or Look East policy is through northeastern part of India. And I would like to end my brief remarks by saying this, that if we are determined, the wrong concept which is prevailing in the mind of the people of northeastern region and the friends of northeast will be dispelled with. We must strive to ensure that northeast doesn't remain as prisoner of its own frontiers. We must move forward. I am very, very positive and thankful for inviting me also, but I've taken lots of time. I did not really mean to speak much because I had shared my thoughts with all the stakeholders in all the available platforms. But thank you once again that you have given me opportunity. Thank you so much.